before Mike and I start talking about the Surviving Chemo book, I want to tell you about these other two books. And one is called The Way of the Traveler, and I'll pass this around. I think I only have 2 copies of this here. But this book I wrote because a publisher came to me and they said, well, they were a travel publisher. And they said, it's Avalon Travel. And they said, we would like to get into, we would like to start a body, mind, spirit line of books. But we need one book that's a crossover from travel to body, mind, spirit. Do you think you could write us a book like that? And I got back to them about a week later and I said, yeah, I think so. And so this is the result of that. It's travel as spiritual practice. And I'm very proud of this book. It's been around now for, when we first started going together. So this first book is dedicated to Mike. About 12 years. Yeah, it's been out. And it's still, if you look on Amazon, it's still like in the top 50 or something like that. Travel books. It's amazing. People still like it. So I'm going to pass this around, and we can pass this around this way. And then the other book I wanted to tell you, I have lots of copies of this because this is the second most recent book. This is called God on Your Own, Finding a Spiritual Path Outside Religion. And it is about, it's a spiritual memoir, so it's my story, but it's also a kind of how-to book, how to have a rich spiritual life that does not depend on any kind of organized religion to be based on. And what I do is I take the elements that I learned as a monk very early in life. I was a Roman Catholic monk for 8 years. And I take the elements of those that I learned, like silence and detachment and service and so on, and turn those into what I call secular spiritual practices. And so this book is also available. This is really a good book, and not just because I read it, but because it's becoming more and more apparent that people are really searching for something. You know, a lot of people leave religions. There are something like 14,000 people, I think, when I was doing the research, 14,000 people will go to church on Sunday for the last time, every week, in our culture, because they become disgusted with religion, they don't like the priest or the minister, they don't like the backbiting that goes on, they don't like, whatever it is, they can't stand the rules, they can't stand the guilt, and in a lot of those cases, those 14,000 people somehow get the idea that if they leave religion, they're disconnecting from God somehow, or they're disconnecting from their own spiritual life. Nothing could be further from the truth. Really, what they're doing is they're getting themselves in position to connect to the divinity in a whole different way. And so, we pass that on.